What is going on, guys? Should Final Four here with the 750, and today I'm going to give you my top upsets that happened this year in college football. We have some bad ones, we have some good ones, we have some shocking upsets. But here's my top 10. We're going to start with top upset number 10. Texas A&M sent LSU, and back in week 13, it was a 38-23 54 Texas A&M. This cost LSU the lost playoff hopes. Got outplayed by the Aggies, but on opposite side of the ball and defense side of the football. And I think that deserves to be number 10 on the list. Or number 9, we have South Carolina stunned Tennessee. This get Tennessee lost all hopes, and when they go for the pushing themselves, trying to make it to the college playoffs, but it fall apart. Thanks to South Carolina, they were 22 and a half underdogs. The Vols made it 35-31 with 9 minutes, 53 seconds of the third quarter. But from there, South Carolina took over. They played well the final about 35 minutes of them. Wait, yeah. They play well the last 25 minutes of the football game. South Carolina was able to explode 4 straight touchdowns and over a 63-38 victory over Tennessee. Number 8, LSU upsets Bama. This happened back in week 10. And this hands Bama's second loss and also gives Alabama no hopes at all for the playoffs. But I was really hoping that Alabama did not make it to playoffs because no college football team should make it with a 2-loss season. If that would have happened this year, then they need to rechange all the rules, all the formatting of how they make it to the playoffs. At number 7, we have LSU upsets Ole Miss back in week 8. This gives Ole Miss their first loss of the year. Ole Miss had no offense, no answers for LSU's offense in the second half. They had no answers at all. And remember, Ole Miss led LSU 20-17 heading into halftime, and they had no answers in the second half for them. They fall apart completely, obviously, and defensively. I believe in the second half. That's how they lost, and that's how this is number 7 for upsets. Number 6, we have Marshall upset Notre Dame. I think my look of it, I think this should be a little bit higher. I think it should be in my top 4 or even the top 5, but it falls into the 6th spot. And here's why. We have 3 touchdowns. Marshall was 3 touches underdogs. And they led with a 26-21 victory over Notre Dame. And I think it was at Notre Dame too. So good win for Marshall, bad loss for Notre Dame. And Notre Dame had a very hard time recovering after this loss. And they struggled through the regular season as well. And now we're in my top 5 upsets. Number 5, App State beats a top 10 opponent back in week 2. They was able to beat the number 6 Aggies 17-14. Whole Aggies 186 yards in offense. Very good. And the last time that App State beat a top 10 was on the road, I believe, at Michigan. I remember that game too. That was a very good game. Michigan was heavily favoring that game over App State. But I think a top-ranked team has now learned their lesson of scheduling App State early in the season or out in the regular season. But there's a good chance that if you do, there's a good chance that you will get upset by App State. App State, it's a sleeper. They're not that bad. And that's how that's ranked. Number 5. Number 4, Utah spoils USC season once again. This is back in week 14 for the Big 12 championship. So if USC would have won, they would have pushed himself a bid for the playoffs, especially when TC lost. They had a good chance, but they lost themselves. They blew those shots. USC lost to Utah back in week 7, mind you. The number 4 had a chance to punch the ticket to the playoffs. USC was unable to do it, and they cannot stop Utah's offense. Utah was too good, and they had a tough. USC had a tough thing to stop the Utah offense, and they was able to walk away with this win. Number 3, Kansas State tops TCU in overtime for the Big 12 Championship. This is back in week 14. Kansas State held TCU the first loss of the regular season, the first loss, and Kansas State was able to bring back a championship from the Big 12 since 2012, along with the wait. Good way to do it with an upset. Hats up to Kansas State. Now, TCU will feature once again, but this time they were able to upset Michigan, which Michigan was favored to win this football game, I believe. And without a doubt, Michigan, it was going back and forth. Both teams was able to force turnovers at both sides of the football. The turnover division was about the same. And it was a very good game. However, TCU was able to win this football game 51-45. And it was a good game. Michigan was able to they didn't call timeout, which I don't know what the coach was thinking. They had like all their timeouts left, and I don't know why they want to like milk the clock, even when down by 6 with the football. That's a very hard call to make as a coach. I get it, but it's a playoffs, and you had a chance to play for the title game next week. Now, the number 1 pick. I'm sorry, but I believe the number 1 pick for this year, the greatest upsets of this year in 2022, was Tennessee upsetting Alabama. Here's why. Tennessee was able to win on the game-winning field goal. There was some close that they got lucky with. Most points. There's the most points allowed by Bama since 1907, so over 100 plus years. And the first time Tennessee to beat Alabama since 2006, head out to Tennessee. I believe this happened back in week 7, which all the craziness has happened. There was a lot of upsets. Once again, there was a lot of upsets this year, and it was funny. Quite a lot of shockers this one as well. We have Alabama got upset. We have Kentucky got upset a couple times. We got TCU got upset in the championship game. We got the Global upsetting got upset by Purdue, but that didn't make my top 10. That would probably, if I do the top 20, that would most likely for sure be my top 20. But I gotta also go back to see what happened as well during that time. But that would do this video. Let me know down in the comments, would you like to see a top 10 list greatest game in college football this year? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And let me know what your thoughts are on these top 10 upsets. And what you think the greatest upset was this year in college football. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.